You're about to discover 8 reasons not to buy a drinks package on a cruise. I'm Gary Bembridge and this is another of my tips for travelers. Drinks packages have become a huge thing. So I'm going to take a look at 8 reasons why you should not buy a drinks package. First of all, drinks packages are pretty expensive. You can be spending up to $60 per person per day. Now, many cruise lines, in fact most cruise lines, require all adults in one cabin to buy a drinks package if one of them buys it. So assume you're traveling with your partner or a friend. That means you're spending $120 or more a day on drinks. That's $840 for a week-long cruise. In fact, some cruises cost less than the drinks package could actually be costing you. So it can be pretty expensive. So if you really want to control your budget or try and make sure that you spend much less, not having a drinks package is probably a good idea because you can keep an eye on what you're spending every day, either on the app or by checking in with guest services, and you're probably going to find you spend a lot less. So cost is definitely one thing to think about. The next key reason for not getting a drinks package is if you don't drink a lot. You have to drink a surprisingly large amount to get value from your drinks package. So for example, you'll find with many drinks packages, you need to be drinking up to 12 beers a day, or perhaps 5 or 7 cocktails a day before the drinks package ends up costing you less than buying drinks individually. So you do have to drink a large amount to really make many drinks packages work. So if you don't drink a lot, a drinks package could end up costing you significantly more than just buying drinks individually. Many drinks packages also will limit you on the upside of the number of drinks you can have, and that could be between 12 and 15 drinks a day. Before you buy a drinks package, think really seriously about how many drinks you're going to have in any single one day and work out if you're actually going to really save yourself money. A very important watch out before you get a drinks package is think about the type of cruise you're on. So if you're on a cruise that is ports every single day, so every single day you're in a port and you're the sort of person that wants to get off the ship, go out and explore and discover the ports, your time on board is going to be relatively limited because you're going to be off first thing in the morning, perhaps back later in the day. So you're only going to have those hours in the evening to drink. And you could find then that you're trying to drink a huge amount of drink in a very short space of time to make your drinks package worthwhile. Or in fact, you're just going to forfeit the benefit of a drinks package. So think very carefully about the cruise you're on. If you've got a cruise which perhaps has lots of sea days and you're going to be drinking during the day, you might find a drinks package does work out a little bit better. Also, very importantly, if you're on one of those cruises, particularly in the Caribbean, where the cruise line goes to one of their own islands, check if the drinks package applies when you're on the island. That's not always the case. And you might find that your drinks package when you're on the island you can't use to consume drinks during that day. So very importantly, think about the mix and think realistically, how many drinks are you going to be having when you're actually on board the ship every single day? Heavy port intensive days may make it less important or relevant to have a drinks package. Another really good reason for not getting a drinks package is if you are a real connoisseur, particularly of wines, whiskies or any type of spirits, or actually you are very, very specific about the mixer you like with your drinks, buying a drinks package could be a really bad idea. Now most drinks packages, and again it depends a little bit on the levels that you get, will restrict you to either house brands or certain brands of spirits or beers or wines. So you'll find if you absolutely love a very specific type of whiskey or very specific type of wine, or you're a real wine buff, you're going to find that you're paying extra on top of the drinks package to get that. Very importantly, if you are the sort of person who likes a very specific mixer, you'll find that most of the mixers that are used within drinks packages are just soda mixers. So those little pump things that they use to basically pump out mixers. They're not branded. So if you like Schweppes or you like Canada Dry or whatever that may be, if there's a very specific brand you like, you'll find that having a drinks package could be a really bad idea because you're going to end up having to pay to have that very specific mixer or that very specific brand. So if you're a real connoisseur or you're really fussy about the brand of alcohol or mixer, be very careful before you get a drinks package. Now the advantage is you can check online what is included. So for example, I was recently on a celebrity cruise and each of the different levels of drinks package unlocked different brands and a wider range of mixes, beers and spirits. So again, you might find that some of your favorite brands are included within the different levels, but very important, make sure you check that. Another good reason for not buying a drinks package is if you're actually cruising in a suite. You'll find in many of the suites you actually get alcohol included. So on some cruise lines you'll get to choose full-size bottles of drink, or they'll keep replenishing your minibar, and so you can have a lot of drink within your cabin. So actually, if you've paid the premium to be in a suite, buying a drinks package on top of that, whilst it lets you have drinks outside of your cabin, you do actually have pretty much unlimited amount of drinks within your cabin. Also, some suites also give you access to either a bar or a lounge where you can get drinks either all day or at certain times of the day. So some of the cruise lines which have sort of ships within a ship, you'll find that you can often go and have drinks in that area without having to pay extra. So if you are staying in a suite, think very carefully and understand what drink is going to be available before you buy a drinks package. The next key reason for not getting a drinks package is if the person you're traveling with, your partner or your cabin mate, doesn't drink at all or drinks very little, getting a drinks package could be a really bad idea. Many cruise lines, in fact probably most cruise lines, require every adult of drinking age to buy a drinks package if one person in the cabin buys it. So if there's two of you traveling, you both have to buy it. And if your partner doesn't really drink, you're spending a lot of money for very little benefit. All of the adults in a room need to be committed and be looking to drink a lot before you get a drinks package. Another thought before you get a drinks package is think about where you're going to want to have drinks. If you're the sort of person that actually is going to be spending a lot of time in your cabin and drinking mostly in your cabin, having a drinks package is not a great idea, because drinks packages pretty much never ever cover drinks in a minibar or drinks from room service. They're only going to cover drinks that you get when you're out and about around the ship, at the bars or by the pool. So if you are the sort of person that's going to want to drink in your cabin pretty much exclusively, having a drinks package is a terrible idea because it won't cover pretty much all of the drinks that you consume in there. Another reason for not getting a drinks package is, are you the sort of person that actually has no fear or qualms about smuggling booze on board? Cruise lines will normally let you bring on board a limited amount of drink to consume, ideally in your cabin. So it's normally, say, 1 or 2 bottles of wine. However, there are a whole group of cruisers, and I have a whole video about this, that actually are very comfortable and have no qualms about smuggling booze on board to drink in their cabin or decant into various drinking devices to then drink when they're out and about around the ship. Now, I'm not saying that's something that you should do and not condoning it, but if you are the sort of person that is very happy to do that, then having a drinks package is probably not such a good idea because you're bringing it all on board anyway. As I said, I have a whole separate video around the bizarre and unusual ways that people do smuggle alcohol on board. There's a whole bunch of reasons to have a drinks package. There's also a whole lot of reasons not to have a drinks package. Hopefully you found this helpful and it's given you something to think about. I have loads of videos about all types of cruising and cruising tips, so why don't you watch another one of those right now?